In the 12th program, we have been asked to design and implement in Java to find all Hamiltonian cycles in a connected undirected graph G of n vertices using backtracking principle. Okay, so before proceeding, watch the video which I have put in the description box, so you'll get an idea how the Hamiltonian cycle algorithm works. Okay, after that, let's proceed to the video. This is the graph which we have been given. In Hamiltonian cycle, what we have to do is we have to find a cycle, means if we start from 1, if you suppose that we start from 1, then I go to 2, then 4, then 6, then again 1. Okay, so that's a Hamiltonian cycle. Okay, but if I repeat some node here, means if I go to 2, then to 6, 3, 4, 6, again 1. So at this time what's happening is I am repeating this node, right? Repetition should not happen. Okay, that's a Hamiltonian cycle. So we'll be finding out all the possible cycles, and we should visit all the vertices also. Okay, we can't miss out any vertices. So visiting all the vertices, which are the possible paths, that will be finding out. Okay, so let's begin. What I have done is I have taken this adjacency matrix here, means wherever there is an edge here, in between which vertices I have marked as 1, and rest of the vertices are marked as 0. Okay, and I have taken an X array here, which will be giving the sequence of which nodes we have to travel first and second. Okay, so I'll be traveling from 1. Okay, 1 is the starting node, so X of 1 will become here 1. Okay, so 1 is the starting node, so I have written here 1. Okay, and after that and initially all the other nodes will be 0 here. Okay, so I'll be marking here all the other nodes as 0. Let's start from the code itself. See here, this is the code. In this we have the class Hamiltonian. Okay, this is the class, and in this how many functions we have? We have the main function first. Okay, in the main function we'll be creating an object of the class of this type. That's just for accessing the functions, and then we'll be calling get data, and then we'll when we'll get the data, what does get data do? It will just take the number of vertices here, and then it will create the G and X arrays, G and X arrays, and it will take this matrix here, as well as it will initialize this one as first one as 1 and all others as 0. Okay, so that one will be initializing here in this get data. Okay, that's all what will happen in the get data. And after that what we are doing is we are calling Hamiltonian method and passing 2 in it. Okay, since we are starting from 1, then we have to travel to 2. Okay, means see here, it's not that we are traveling to 2, we can travel to 6 also, we can travel to 3 also. Okay, but what we are keeping is a count of how many vertices we have traveled. Okay, means one vertices is already over, so k will become 2 now. Okay, see here, k will keep the count of how many vertices have been over. Since first vertex is already visited, we'll be making the k as 2, so that's why we had passed there 2. Okay, now see here, this is the method which we'll be using, Hamiltonian method. This is one method, and the second one is inside of this we'll be using next value method. Okay, so these are only the two methods which we'll be using. Okay, so let's see the main code. See here, so totally how many functions are there? The main function here, then this function is just used in case if no solution is possible, so this is for just that purpose. This is get data, and except these functions, the other two remaining functions are Hamiltonian method and next value. We'll be focusing our main code on these two programs. Okay, our main core of the program lies on these two methods. Okay, so we'll be focusing on these two methods. Now see, from the main function we have called method 2, so 2 is passed, so k's value will be 2 here. Okay, see, it is coming in the k, and k will be 2 now. Okay, so initially what we are doing, while true. Okay, this while loop will run in this program, only one while loop is there, and inside that whatever code is there, that will run till it is true. Okay, so when it will become become false, it will not become false here, but what we will do is we will return when x of k will become 0. We'll be seeing how it is taking place. Firstly, we'll be taking the k here, k is 2, so we'll be passing 2 comma g, x and n. G, x and n already we know, and k is getting passed here, which is 2. So initially k is getting passed here, which is 2 here. Then observe here carefully what we are doing. What is n plus 1? This we can replace it, right? Because it's a constant. N plus 1 means 7, right? 6 plus 1 is 7, so I can write here as 7 only. Okay, it won't make any difference, but it will make the code understandable. Okay, now see here, x of k and x of k plus 1. X of k value we should initialize as x of k plus 1 percentage 7 or modulus 7. Okay, what is x of k? K is 2. What is x of 2? It's 0 initially. Okay, so here we will be having 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 modulus 7 is 1. So x of k will become 1. Okay, then after getting this value, what we are doing? Observe this code. X of k is equal to 0. No, it's not 0. Then we will be checking g of x of k minus 1 and x of k. What is x of k minus 1? K is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So x of 1 and x of 2 we are checking. Means this value and this value will be inserted. That is nothing but g of 1 and 1. That should not be equal to 0. Okay, so what is g of 1 and 1? It is 0. So we can't consider that. Okay, so since we can't consider that, we'll be not performing this line of code, and then we'll be moving on to the again this part here. Okay, means it's a while loop, right? So it has not become false till now, so we'll be iterating for the second time. In second time, what is x of k value? K is 2. See here, k is 2. What is x of 2? 1. Okay, so 1 is equal to, so in this we'll be initializing the value 1 plus 1, which is 2. 2% 2 modulus 7 is 2. So x of k will become 2. Okay, so now x of k has become 2. So what happened is, firstly we checked from 1 to 1, is there any path? No. From 1 to 2, is there any path? Yes. So I have a path here 1. Okay, now what I'll be checking is 1 and 2. See here, x of 1 is 1 and x of 2 is 2. Okay, so after getting this one, x of 2 value as 2, then what we'll be doing is, we'll be checking if it's 0 or not. It's not 0. So g of x of k minus 1 and x of k. K minus 1 means g of 1 means k is 2, right? So 2 minus 1 is 1, x of 1 is 1, and x of 2. X of 2 is 2. Okay, so 1 and 2, g of 1 and 2 is not equal to 0. We are checking that g of 1 and 2 is not equal to 0, means there is a path between 1 and 2. Since this is the first vertex, the second vertex which I choose is 2. So I should make sure that there is a path between 1 and 2. So I will be traveling through, traveling through this path. Okay, when a path is there, it's confirmed, then we'll be entering this statement here. Here we have one for loop which runs from j is equal to 1 to k, which will just check x of k is equal to x of j or not. Okay, it will run from 1 to k. 1 to k means k's value is 2, so it will just run one time. Okay, what it will check is x of k equal to x of j, means x of 2 is equal to x of 1, means any node is repeated here before. See, this is the node which you have visited earlier, right? So now we are checking that when we are present at this node, is this node already traveled before or not? Since this is not traveled, only one is traveled, so this will be selected now. Okay, when this is selected, then if x of k is equal to x of j, then only it will break. Since this is not true, it will not break and it will come to here. Then j plus plus, it will make j also as 2 and it will come out of this loop, and then j will be equal to k. Okay, k is 2 and j is also 2. Then what we'll be doing is, k is less than L will be checking, or this line of code. This is just for the last iteration. Before that, this will be checked. Okay, k is less than n or not. K is less than n or not. What is the value of k? 2. 2 is less than n. Yes, 2 is less than 6. Okay, then we will return. Where we will return? From where we call this function from. Now we are exiting the while loop. Okay, since we encountered a return statement, then we'll come back to here. This line of code was over now. Then we will be checking x of k is equal to 0 or not. What is x of k? X of 2. Is x of 2 0? No, it's not 0. Is 2 equal to 6? No. Then else, Hamiltonian method k plus 1. So what happened is 2 is selected now. Okay, since 2 vertices are selected, now we have to perform for the third iteration. So that's why we are passing Hamiltonian k plus 1. So again this function will be called with the value of k as 3. Okay, so now 3 will be passed here. Then what we will do is, we'll be checking from what is x of k. Initially x of 3 will be 0 here. So then we'll be checking 1 by 1. We'll checking 1 by 1. We'll check from 2 to 1. Okay, this will become 1 first. See, it is 0 here, right? So then when we pass here function as x of k as x of 3, which is 0 plus 1 modulus 7, it will give me 1. So 1 will be stored here. Okay, 1 will be stored here. Then it will be checked is x of k, which is x of 3, which is stored as 1, now. Is it 0 or not? It's not 0, therefore I'll move on with this code here. Okay, and it will not return, so we'll move on with this this line of code. Before that, we'll be checking x of k minus 1 and x of k. What is x of k minus 1? X of 3 minus 1, which is x of 2. G of x of 2 and x of 3. What is x of 2 and x of 3? X of 2 is 2, x of 3 is 1. 2 to 1. Is there any path from 2 to 1? We are checking that. 2 to 1. Yes, there is a path from 2 to 1. Okay, then we'll be entering this loop. But in this loop, we'll be checking if the node is repeated twice or not. Which node? The node which we have selected for 3, which is 1 here. Is 1 repeated before also? Yes. How we'll know that? We'll know by this line of code. J will run from 1 to k, which is 3. 1 to 3 it will run. So each iteration will check x of k, which is x of 3. X of 3 in our case is 1. Is 1 equal to x of j? J is starting from 1, so x of 1 will be compared first. Is it same or not? If it's same, then what it should do? If it's same, break the loop. Means the node is repeated, we can't use that one. Okay, when it breaks, it will come here, and then again it will repeat here. Then x of k value is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 modulus 7 is 2, so 2 will be passed here. Then we'll be checking the same thing for 2. X of k is 2 now. So what is x of k minus 1? X of k minus 1 is 2. Here also it is 2. Then then the same thing will happen. 2 and 2 will be the same nodes. So then it will be checked here that it's the same nodes, so it will not be passed. Okay. So then what we'll be doing? 1, 2, 3 will be checking. Okay. So since 2 to 2 is not possible, we'll be incrementing this value. It will become 3. Okay. So let's write here. When it will become 3, then what we'll be checking is there any path from 2 to 3? Is there any direct path from 2 to 3? 2 to 3, there is no direct path. So then again we'll be incrementing to 4. 2 to 4, is there any path? 2 to 4, 2 to 4, yes, there is a path here, 1. So we'll be selecting 2 to 4. Okay, and then we'll be checking if 4 is repeated before somewhere. It's not repeated, so therefore 4 will be selected. Okay, and then we'll be doing the same thing for this one. Now from 4 to 1, 4 to 1, is there any path? There is no path. 4 to 2, is there any path? Yes, but 2 is repeated, we can't take. 4 to 3, is there any path? Yes. And is it repeated before? No. So then we'll be selecting 3 as the legal vertex. Okay, then we'll be writing here 3. Then 3 to 1, from 3 to 1 there is a path, but 1 is repeated. 3 to 2 we can't take, 2 is repeated. 3 to 3 we can't take because it's same vertex. 3 to 4, 4 is repeated. 3 to 5, it's there is a path. Yes, there is a path here, so 3 to 5 will be made as 1 here. Okay, so 3 to 5 we can have a path here. Okay, 3 to 5. Then from 5 we have to see the path. 1 we can't take, it's done. 2, 3, 4, 5, and only 6 is left. From 5 to 6, is there any path? No. When there is no path, we can't do anything. We'll be keeping it as such, like 0 only. Okay, so what happens is, when we don't get for the last iteration, means x of k, in this case k will become 6. Okay, we are checking for 6th vertex, right? 6th iteration, so k is 6 now. When x of k will be remaining 0 even after checking for all the other vertices. Still, if we get here as 0, at that time what we'll do, we'll return. Okay, we'll return back to the function from which it is called. Where was this function called from? This was called from here. Okay, k value was passed as 6, so therefore it was called at this point where k value was 6. Okay, and from this point k value was 6, it will return to this point. Okay, it will check again, x of k is 0 or not. X of 6 is 0, yes, then it will return from here also. Where was this function called from? This function was called from this one, right? Hamiltonian method, k plus 1. Here 6 was passed, so then only it was passed 6 as here, then here, then it got checked here. Okay, so from here it was passed as 6. Okay, means what was the value of k at that time? If this whole is 6, means k should be 5, right? 5 plus 1, then only 6 will be passed to the same function. So k's value was 5 here. So then what we are doing is when k's value was 5, at that time we didn't get any solution. So this is the wrong answer here, means 5 should not be here. Okay, 5 should be changed from here. Okay, so when we reach at that point, we will be changing 5 from here. Okay, so if 5 should not be there, then can 6 is possible? Is 6 possible? 3 to 6, 3 to 6, yeah, there is a path from 3 to 6. Then from 6 where we can go? 6 to 1 it's not possible. 2, 3, 4, 6 to 5 it is possible. 6 to 5 it's not possible. So therefore again it will remain as 0, and that means this node is also wrong node. Okay, so we can't take 6 also. So then what we will do, we'll erase these both, and then we will try to change this value. 4 to 4 is not possible. 4 to 5, we'll see if 4 to 5 is possible or not. 4 to 5 is possible because there is a node from 4 to 5. Okay, and let me mark that nodes here. 1 to 2, see here, 1 to 2 is selected, then 2 to 4, then 4 to 5, then we are checking from 5. From 5 where all we can go? We can check for 3. 5 to 3 it's possible. Yes, it's possible. So we'll go from 5 to 3, and then we'll be writing here 3, and then from 3 to where we can go? From 3 to 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 3 to 6 it's possible or not, we'll be checking here. 3 to 6 it's possible, so we'll be going from 3 to 6. From 3 to 6 it's possible. Then finally what we'll be doing? 6th value we have to fill. 6th value we have to fill. 3 to 6 we traveled, so we'll be writing there 6. Okay, and after reaching this point, see here, when k is 6 we got here as 6, right? So what's that point here? In the program that point is lying here. Okay, at this point when j will be equal to k, means all the vertex will be checked here. Is it same or not? It's not same, and k value is also 6. At that time j and k will become same. At that time this will not run. Okay, as I told you before, this will only run for the other iterations. For the last iteration this will be taking place. Okay, so see here, k is less than n or not. What is n? N is 6, k is also 6, so this will not run. Okay, so we'll be checking this one. K is equal to n, yes it's equal. And g of x of n, what is x of n? X of n means x of 6, x of n means x of 6. Okay, what is x of 6? X of 6 we got as 6. Okay, so here we have 6 and x of 1. X of 1 means 1 only. Okay, so g of 6 and 1, that means what we are trying to find out is, since we have reached till 6 now, again we have to reach the same vertex. That's the rule of Hamiltonian. Okay, we have to reach the same vertex where we started from. Okay, so that's why what we are checking is there any path from 6 to 1? By checking from g of 6 to 1, there is a path. Okay, so therefore this code will become true, this will become true, and it will return. Okay, when it will return, what will happen? It will come back to the function which it was called from here. Okay, from here it was called, and x of k will be not 0 because x of k is written as 6 here, and then k will be equal to n, and then we'll be printing out the x of I values. Okay, what is x of I values? In x of I values, what we have is these values: 1, 2, 4. See, what values we have is 1, 2, 4, 5, 3 and 6. By traveling through this path, we will reach all the nodes also, and none of the nodes will be repeated also. Okay, and we'll reach the same vertex we started from. Okay, so this is the one of the valid Hamiltonian cycles. Like that, many cycles are there. How we'll find out that? What we'll be doing is, we'll be, see here, we got the answer here, then we'll be printing this value, then we'll be returning from this function. Where was this function called from? Means when we got here 6, it was called, right? Means when k was passed as 6, at that time we did these things. So where was 6 passed from? It was from here. Okay, k plus 1. So when k was 5, this was passed, and we got one of the solutions here. Okay, when k was 5 means we were till this point here. At that time we got a solution from here. Then what we will be checking is, from this point other vertices are also there, right? 3 to 4 and directly 3 to 1, then 6, like that. We'll be checking from 3 now. Okay, means what happens is, at this point else is over. Okay, So again we'll be starting from here. See, we have completed this recursive call. When this recursive call was completed now, therefore we'll be starting from here now. Again k value will be passed as 5, but now what will happen is, when case value is passed as 5 here, k is passed as 5 here, and x of k, okay, x of 5 will be incremented by 1, and we'll be checking more possible combinations. Okay, so x of k, which is x of 5, this will be incremented to 4, and then we'll be checking is possible or not. If it's not, then we'll be reducing further, and then if all the possible combinations are over here, we'll be changing this value. If this also over, we'll be changing this value, and then we'll be testing. Like that, we'll be trying for all the combinations from 1. Okay, means from 1 to 2 it was done, then we'll be starting from 1 to 6, then we'll be starting from 1 to 3. Okay, like that we'll be testing for all the combinations, and whenever we get the answer, we'll be outputting that value through this function. Okay, so this is all what we have to do in this program. The output will be as follows. See here, firstly it will ask the number of vertices, type here 6, and then it will be asking the edge between, if there is an edge between each of the two vertex or not. 1 means there is an edge, 0 means there is no edge. Okay, and I will be getting all the possible Hamiltonian cycles. Okay.